Teachers, what's the worst thing a student ever did? On the last day before winter break, Mike walked into my class 30 minutes late. His eyes were red from crying. He'd never been late before. Always sat in the front row, always had perfect attendance. The kind of student who made teaching worth it. But that morning, he just slumped in the back corner. When I tried to talk to him after class, he wouldn't look at me. 2 days later, I learned why. His little sister had been diagnosed with leukemia that morning. His parents couldn't afford to miss work, so he'd been the one taking her to the hospital. I started noticing changes. Mike stopped eating lunch. At first, I thought it was stress, but another teacher caught him counting coins in the hallway. He'd been saving his lunch money for his sister's medication. Some days, he wouldn't eat at all. He started missing classes. His grades dropped, but every day he did show up. He had his sister's homework too. She was in 3rd grade and he refused to let her fall behind. Then I found his letters. Hidden in his desk were months of unsent letters to Santa. Most begged for his sister to get better, but the last one, it broke me. It simply read, "If you can't save her, please just make sure she's not scared." One day, he stopped coming altogether. We later found out he'd been forging his parents' signatures on his sister's medical forms, trying to get her extra treatments. She didn't make it to Christmas. At her funeral, Mike placed all those unsent letters in her coffin. She was never scared, he whispered. Not even at the end.